Well, while we're down here messing about this morning in an imminent thunderstorm, I should tell you one of the problems I've got with Eric's LT77. It's a 51A, very early box, military box, with a low first gear and a low second gear, probably fitted for radio. But for some bizarre reason it's got a 1.2 transfer case. Anyway, that's besides the point. When I stripped it down, the box was very, very good inside. Extremely good. The main shaft was good. All the main, every part about it, the lay shaft was nice and clean. Somebody had been in that before. Well, I'm not surprised because it's an old box, what, early 1980s. So what was wrong with it? Well, when I opened it, I think I did a video, but I overwrote it, as you do. But when I opened it up, the plug with the magnet on was full of metal. Now this didn't seem quite right to me. It doesn't look like it's done anything, but it's got metal particles in it. And when I came to strip down the main shaft, I found this. Well, I should find it because it's the 3rd and 4th synchro unit. If it was missing, it would be a problem. But it jams, like Bob Marley or something like that. It jams. You see there? But it won't come out this end. And if you look closely, I don't know if I can tip it, you can see that there's a series of gouges around this synchro, and it's all burred over, meaning this has been crashed into gear, and it won't allow that synchro mesh to work. It's finished. Now the problem with this is it's a very old one. I'll put the part number down here, and I'm sort of contacting Ashcroft to see what the corresponding one is. It's not the same as the 200 TDI box. What's that, suffix H? This is a very early one. So without one of these we're stuck. And you're going to say, oh mate, why don't you just get a Dremel and file them out? Well, that's not the point. The actual rings here have to sit sort of in here as well. Everything has to jive together, and the corresponding gear. Now the corresponding gear looks kind of good. I can't understand it, but this just won't flick forward. One of the things you've got to watch when you're doing gearboxes. Anyway, I shall keep you posted and see what happens. We do have another number, but we need to verify it's the right one, because these can be kind of expensive because they're rare. I'm not sure if it's going to work. We'll be back.